Well, Alex, are you ready to tell your story?
Yes. Um, Before I do, I don't want to come off as crazy. I don't want to be compared to this Joe Exotic or anybody of that nature. I'm just afraid that if I do tell this story, I'm going to be just thrown under the bus as, oh, he's one of those crazy people who don't know what they're talking about, or they're just making up lies for attention.
Nonsense. Just tell your story. It'll be fine. Pretty sure a lot of people have random things that were equally as crazy as what you ran into. Just tell your story and let your story be told.
Okay. Well, to start off, it was a perfect day outside. The weather was beautiful. I cannot get that through to you because it was just, it wasn't too hot, it wasn't too cold. It felt like nothing could go wrong that day. So, one day, I decided to just go to the nature park, the local nature park, not too far from here.
What nature park was this? Sorry to interrupt, but which one was it?
It was the one in Plainfield. I've never been to this one before, so I usually go to the one in Brownsburg or Danville, but for some reason, on a whim, I decided to go to a new park. I just wanted to see what it had to offer. So, for some reason, I was the only one there. Uh, it was a little bit creepy, but maybe the people didn't show up yet. Maybe they just were doing something else. So I just decided to go in.
What time was this in the morning? Like, was it morning, evening?
It was around 11 p.m. I know some people consider that afternoon, but that's about it. I just assumed some people would be there, but going into the woods, everything felt normal. Just a little bit creeped out by like nobody there. As I'm going into the woods, around 5 minutes in, I do get a little bit antsy and paranoid. Like, you feel like you're being watched by some sort of killer, but that is so cliche that it's almost made as like a joke. Every time my friends would come to me and say something along those lines, I'd make fun of them for it. So, how would that make me look? Around 10 minutes into this walk, it starts to get, a bit worse for me. The paranoia feels a bit more intense at this point. So, like, I'm just turning around, looking at stuff, and expecting to be there, but it's just trees. And I probably look like some crazy person, somebody who's watching me. And eventually, I heard a noise. It's like
Can you describe the noise by any chance?
It's like a tornado siren. Almost like a failing tornado siren. Almost like the sound was going out, but it was still sounding off at the same time. At first, I just assumed that they were running tests that day, just because the weather is perfect. There's no chance that anything was going down that day. I can still hear that noise today. It sounded very faint at first, but around 20 minutes into this walk, it just got louder and louder. It was just ear piercing, so high pitched, and I just could not comprehend what was happening really. So eventually I decide, you know what, I should probably find my way back, just because what if it is real? What if it is an actual danger? I should probably get out. At this point, I took too many turns and I was lost. I was genuinely lost. So I tried not to panic. I tried to, it's the woods. How bad could it really be? How far have I gone or could have gone in this whole amount of time I've been in there? So I decided to start running. understand. But eventually, I ran right into the damn thing.
What was it that you ran into? What did it look like? By
Well,
any chance? Do you have like a picture?
I do. This is what he looked like.
What would you call that creature by any chance?
Well, it's almost like a Siren Head. It was hard for me to understand at first. I thought I was hallucinating, but everything felt so real. I will never forget about this. Like, this is something that will stay in my mind forever.
Let's see it.